chapter of chemistry, carbon and its compound. First thing that comes in our mind that we have 118 elements in the universe, but why we do not study about each element in a chapter? Why does carbon has only a specific chapter to study? We have hydrogen, we have nitrogen, we have oxygen, we have sulfur, but there is no chapter on sulfur and its compound, oxygen and its compound. We have a chapter only on carbon and its compound. Then first question arises in our mind that why we study only carbon as a separate chapter. The reason is that what the question arises in the chapter, why carbon forms large number of compounds. That is the only reason we study carbon separately. Why do we study carbon separately? Because as compared to other elements, carbon forms large number of compounds. Second question comes in our mind, why carbon forms large number of compounds and why the other elements do not form large number of compounds. There are two reasons behind this concept. First is tetravalency and second is catenation. What are these topics? What do you mean by valency? From the junior class we are continuing study about the valency. What is valency? Valency means capacity of the atom of an element to combine with other element. What is valency? Valency means the capacity of an atom to combine with atom of another element. First, what is the atomic number of carbon? Atomic number of carbon is 6. If we configure it, we get 2 in the first orbit and 4 in the second orbit. Here we see carbon has 4 electrons in its outermost orbit, and for getting stability it has to be 8 electrons in its outermost orbit. The problem is that it is neither less than 4 nor more than 4. If it has less than 4 electrons, then it donates the electron. If it has more than 4 electrons, then it will accept the electron. Problem is that it lies in the middle. Here, carbon has 4 electrons in its outermost orbit. For getting stability, carbon will combine with 4 different atoms at a time. No other element can combine with 4 different atoms at a time other than carbon. Some combines with 1 atom, some combines with 2 atoms, some combines with 3 atoms. Most of the element combines with 1, 2 or 3 atoms. Carbon and silicon are the rarest atom which simultaneously combines with 4 different atoms. Due to this property, carbon forms large number of compounds. Then the question arises, sir, silicon also form tetravalency? Silicon also undergoes tetravalency, so it also combines with 4 different atoms, but there is basic difference between silicon and carbon is that catenation. Now question is that what is catenation? Catenation is the property of atom of an element due to which it combines with itself. Example, when oxygen combines with itself, it forms O2, that is 2 oxygen combines with itself. In oxygen, only 2 atoms can combine with itself. In nitrogen, we get the formula N2, only 2 atoms can combine with themselves. But in the carbon can combine with infinite number of atoms. There is no limitation in the carbon that how much atom they could be together. It may be 4, it may be 100, it may be 1000. And we know that as the number of atom changes, the compound changes. So carbon can form large number of compounds with large number of atoms. Due to these two properties only, carbon forms large number of compound in the universe. Okay, I have explained what do you mean by tetravalency and what do you mean by catenation. Does all of you have understand
Yes.
what is the
Yes,
meaning
sir.
of tetravalency, what is the meaning of catenation?
Yes.
Om, what do you mean by tetravalency?
Sir, tetra means 4 and valency means to combine. So tetravalency means to combine an element with 4 different atoms.
Okay, sit down. Survi, what do you mean by catenation?
The self-linkage property of an atom to form long branch and close chain is known as catenation.
Okay, very good. We have clearly understood that why carbon forms large number of compounds. It's the only two reasons that carbon forms large number of compounds. The reason are that tetravalency and catenation. Our second point comes that what do you mean by allotrope? Allotrope, just like it is not a compound, it is the arrangement of atom of same element. Suppose you got 10 bricks. Okay, you got 10 bricks, and those bricks are given to you. By using those 10 bricks, sometimes you make a rectangle, sometimes you make a triangle, sometimes you make a square. Do you are using some another thing except the bricks or 10 or except those 10 bricks? You have just changing their shape, just changing their arrangement. This is called allotrope. You are given some atoms of carbon. The way you arrange that atom, the way you arrange that atom will form a different structure. So allotrope is the natural structure. Naturally, the way in which carbon are arranged in different types, due to which its chemical and physical property changes, is called its allotrope. There are three allotropes of carbon: diamond, graphite, and third is Buckminster Florence. These two are diamond and graphite are naturally occurring allotrope. Okay, and Buckminster Florence is artificially prepared allotrope. First definition about allotrope. What is allotrope? Allotrope are the different types of arrangements of atom of same element, due to which their physical and chemical properties get changed. Carbon has three allotropes: diamond, graphite, and Buckminster Florence. But there is huge difference in diamond and graphite. Diamond is the hardest substance, it does not conduct electricity. Graphite is the brittle substance. What do you mean by brittle? Brittle means when we hammer on anything, it gets broken into pieces. That is called its brittleness. So, what we are discussing, difference between diamond and graphite. Diamond is the hardest substance and graphite is the brittle substance. Diamond does not conduct electricity, graphite conducts electricity. Then what is the difference between diamond and graphite which make them different from each other? In diamond, there are one atom of carbon combines with four different atoms, so that it's all the four electrons are engaged. It has no free electron. But in case of graphite, one atom of carbon combines with three different atoms only, and it has one free electron. As we have learned in class 9, that what substance conduct electricity? Only those substances conduct electricity which has free electrons, and free electrons carry the charges from one place to another. In diamond, all the four electrons are engaged with other atom. It has no free electron, so it does not conduct electricity. But in case of graphite, it has one free electron. Every carbon has one free electron, so it conducts electricity. Now I am rubbing the board and asking the question from you.